Hello and welcome to episode 8 of my Soulash gameplay series featuring Tiny the Golem Necromancer. I'm Icon and we're going to raid the frickin' capital today. Well, it's a very lengthy process. This is a very large place to be, and as of now, I haven't done it a single time yet. So we're slowly getting towards new territory, and I'm totally looking forward to that. Last episode, I also managed to pick up a Poison Cloud attack, so it's going to be brilliant. So, one wonderful thing about the capital is that here a lot of enemies are totally harmless, and here you get the full experience of being a fully fledged villain raiding an innocent city and having fun while doing so. What I also realize is that there's insane lag around me. So I think there's going to be a lot of baddies here, or goodies? How should we call them? Warden District up ahead. Okay. So most enemies up here are only worth 1 XP anymore. And this is a very odd thing, because, you know, many areas that you have to go through before you can get there are actually harder than everything that you will face here in the capital. In the outer layer of the capital. I wonder if there's a smart way of entering the capital beforehand and take advantage of these harmless districts here, because the Elven and the Dwarven district is full of pushovers. We could actually skip out a lot of these, but honestly, with roguelikes, I'm a big fan of just taking every single advantage that I can. Especially with my Necromancer, well, I can't just peacefully bump into enemies and slay them that way, but I'm largening my army wherever I go, and that's a very important thing for me to do. Because we will fight against really large amounts of strong enemies soon as well. This won't be all pushovers for any longer. Some layers of the capital grow really dangerous quite quickly, and there's also a decent chance of... Here's the first healer. These are quite harmless. Of wizards spawning in between. Wizards are really dangerous dudes. They do a lot of damage with all their spells, and they got enough HP that it's fairly hard-ish to get rid of them. Around 170 HP, if I remember correctly, just like the healers are. So all in all, they dish out tremendous amounts of damage while taking a while to kill them. I don't know how resilient they are against my damage types. That's what we're going to find out soon. I think... Oh, here, while we're talking about the devil. So here's the first wizard. So 180 HP. But I gotta say, the Poison Cloud worked charm here. So that's certainly something that I like about my new spell. So there's an apprentice and a healer. So let's toss down another Poison Cloud there. But as far as I see, those ice attacks don't deal too much damage. That's the strange thing about the capital in general. There are 90% totally harmless poor victims, but 10% quite dangerous enemies. This makes this place to a pretty excitingly dangerous spot. So here I'm switching spots so the healer blocks the line of sight of that wizard, because I really have zero to no interest to meet that wizard anytime too soon. Oh gosh, this is a smite-based spell as well. It's getting better and better, you know. There we go. Wizards were a lot hotter for my fighter. Although, as a fighter character, I had the option to just jump their face and kill them very quickly that way. But that poison cloud surely is a extremely nasty thing. Although I really feel like I could use some more skeleton dudes here. So let's help ourselves to that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did my minions just kill a wizard? I'm fairly impressed. Who would have thought that my minions are so proficient at smacking wizards? Certainly not me. So there's one in my face right now, and you see 20 damage per spellcast that I have to eat. Oh, I should start dominating them. Next time I'll do that. So, I don't want to use my Poison Cloud here, because this hurts my minions as well. Alright. Let's keep a nice balance between skeletons and zombies, and I really need to purge this place more thoroughly. The lag here is actually intolerable. Okay, so, lots and lots of apprentices drawing near. It's almost as if we were already at the Mages Guild, which this city also has in store for us, by the way. So the apprentices are worth 7 HP. This is an indicator that the game still thinks that they are somewhat dangerous for me. And here's a gladiator. Gladiators are fun. So looks weaker than me. Let's see how much XP we get out of that. 56. So I like gladiators because they carry around really good armor. Here we go. That's what I was looking for. It's too heavy. Come on. Okay. I mean... Oh, it has durability. Dang. Well, then I'll don't take it. Although, I gotta say, at this point of the game, durability ain't that issue anymore. This is fairly... frankly said, the stage of the game where you don't need to worry about durability too much anymore if you have it, because the items you're wearing have a pretty high durability in general. As you saw there, 125. But now I'm spoiled, I don't want to know anything about durabilities. And it's also a problem for my carrying capacity, so I'll just be like, meh, I'm a mage, I can't carry heavy armor. It's not true in this game. Heavy armor doesn't hamper your spell casting at all, but don't tell anybody. So, yeah. I'm gonna clear out the exterior area of the city first, because I saw so many exclamation marks outside, which I want to get rid of now, so they don't clog up the processes anymore. So, you guys... There we go. I will swallow your soul. Alright, it's late night, so... That's the issue about the capital. It's pretty laggy as a necromancer. Which honestly surprises me a fair bit. I didn't expect it. But whatever. So, all of a sudden there's no enemy anymore. Is that the one they call the Devourer? No, this is the one they call Tiny. Ah, well, whatever. Let's create a skeleton minion. I love it how my minions slice up healers and wizards. Everything, all these mages are fairly susceptible to assaults of undead minions. So yeah, let's keep slicing up those mages, because, you know, it seems to be worth it to run around with a couple of skeleton skeleton champions that pack quite more punch. Okay, so I never thought that it would be that necessary to clear out the exterior area of the capital before you can go. But, you know, human apprentice. Jeez, do these guys have night vision goggles, or what's going on there? There we go. Finally daytime again. Okay. Oh! Look at that. There's a wizard. Tremble before my might. So, that's a lot of damage, I know. So, let's do a little bit of explosion here. But yeah. I am a little bit surprised about how easy this works. I really expected it to be a lot harder for me on my Necromancer to get done with these guys, but, well, often my expectations are a little bit off. Okay. So I hope with this little purge here, the game doesn't bother me anymore with that lagginess of outside enemies trying to get inside. So I'm pretty sure that this was pretty much a big part of the problem. Okay. I mean, of course, the minions are also a bit of a problem that creates lagginess. Just don't want to argue about that, but let's see. Okay. Let's get back into the city. So leveling up is growing slower and slower at this point. We'll most likely not gain level ups that easy anymore. At least not in the outer reaches of the capital. But at the same time, I really don't want to rush through here. Simply because I feel like if I don't clear out the stuff here, who knows what will bite my back. Because as you've seen, a lot of these enemies aren't that harmless. Those wizards aren't harmless, and there's also fighter-type enemies that aren't harmless either. So I find this very interesting about the capital, because it has a very decent way of luring you into some sort of false security, just to jump you with some really powerful enemies migrating from another district towards you because they heard noise or whatever is the reason. Alright. But the entrance areas there are usually just, well, in my personal opinion, oh look, bones. These are mostly, for me, some place where I can gather materials, aka minions. Also food, because, you know, all that wood in there, it's all eatable. A jester. Jesters are ranged attackers. Mask of the Spirit. No thanks. They always come with throwable weapons. Okay. You see, I like the lazy man's entrance. Why bother looking for a door when you can create a door? Help, guards! Yeah. If you aren't playing a golem, you can also just use your skills here. My Poison Spit does the same, but Tiny by now does a decent amount of 83 damage by walking against stuff. As far as I've seen it, this number grew the higher my level grew. I don't know, maybe it's also connected to my strength. If anybody knows exactly what's the matter about golem Bump power? Inform me. So yeah, this place here is a nightmare. Ping-wise. Look at the stacks of my bandage go. Dang. I really hope that there could be some optimization in the future, because it's actually quite bothersome to play through like that. I also got the feeling this could be my, not even the enemy, but my minions trying to navigate through all these buildings here. So I should probably destroy simply all those buildings. That would probably help. I love this idea. So let's get started. So probably this is a way of teaching me that in this game, as a villain, you should actually really destroy the city. Who knows? Just gotta be careful while entering these houses so forcefully that I don't lose track of my HP there. But I think what I'm doing here is extremely valuable for me in the long run, because I build up a decent stockpile of minions here that'll ultimately help me so much if I ever have to fall back somewhere. Or we'll just taking them with us and smack some dudes there. Ugh, gosh. Or I'll just be killing myself by walking against buildings. That could be also the case. Sounds like a fun thing to do as well. Alrighty. Human Executioner. Now, that's a little bit more dangerous, I think. Let's give that good sir some Poison Cloud to work around. It's also quite resilient against my acid damage. So... he was also worth 55 XP, so... Claymore. That's a two-handed weapon. Oh, this is a neat pair of boots. I want to have these. They got so many different resistances. That's a lot more than my plate boots there. Alright. Oh, look at that. It looks like a lot of baddies there. And so... Master Bard. Okay. Let's put down the Poison Cloud there. Genial, the Master Bard. I gotta be careful here. This might be actually a dangerous fight. Let's give them some explosion in the face. Drain some. And always keep an eye out on my HP. Also, consider corrupting dudes. Always comes in handy when they start whacking each other. So, the Master Bard lady went down for 228 XP. So, it makes me wonder if that wasn't some sort of a boss mob. You stupid zombie, don't follow me. Oh well, that's worth it. Alright, so I'm a little bit hungry. Let's eat some. Okay. We obviously gained some XP off screen. I like that. I'm pretty careful with this plaza here, because there's a lot of stuff happening around me here. Okay. Oh, there's a Blade Dancer. Elven War Dancer. Aren't these guys quite old school? I thought we were done with these already. Well, as much as I love my Skeleton Champion, here, this was just a too good spot to not drop my Poison Cloud there. My goodness. If every one of these exclamation marks is really one dude, it's going to be a hot night. Alrighty. So here we go. And let's explode this dude. Bam! 3 in a row. I'm really digging those necro tactics here. Let's go for death attack here. I find that breath attack still very, very underwhelming, all in all, I'll admit. Wow. Totally destroyed them there. So, what do we have here? Ah, there's a bigger enemy. So, let's start the explosion protocol. Howard. Oh, Rodney is also pretty dead already. Okay, never mind. They're all quite dead. That's not the point. Okay, let's drop a poisonous cloud there. So, Dwarven Ambassador is down at 49. That's when I feel like getting close to him. Okay, there's so much stuff here. Oh god. We'll have to go through this a while, I think. Oh, there's another executioner, huh? Okay. Ah, this place is called Guillotine. So I think I just barged into the local executions place, so suddenly I'm not too surprised about the commotion here anymore, and all the difficult enemies either. You, identify yourself. No, I'm your demise. Oh, I don't have enough stamina. I was like, why can't I cast that Poison Cloud? Alright, so I think replenishing my army is something I'll delay now for a moment. There's just so much commotion going on around me, and I dislike the idea of summoning extra minions that get slain by my poisonous clouds. Because I really gotta say, those poisonous clouds are really destructive. But sadly also against my own minions, so I really gotta be careful with that. Alright. And if I don't summon that many minions right now, I have more freedom with those poison clouds. And honestly, since corpses don't go bad, I don't need to process them all at once. I gotta say, this is always one of my favorite parts of the game. When you're finally strong enough to raid that frickin' capital. So, there's really a lot of fun stuff going on here. Especially since, at this point, most enemies are, like, killable with 3 of my skills. Or at least many of them. Oh, I actually need to worry about my food again a little bit. Whoops. Oh, jeez. Clicking wasn't my strength right now. But, you know, there's so much wood around here. I think all I need to do is just, destroy some buildings, or I could also just dismantle some gear. I got options. What's a little bit bothersome about this phase of the game right now, though, is that there's really low rewards to what I'm doing. There's just, not many powerful enemies in the outer regions of the city. But like I mentioned, I don't want to skip it either, because who the hell knows what's there, which could bite my back eventually. Okay. I am already overly curious about my next skill. This is something that I love about this game's feeling as well. I'm kind of like always curious about what kind of skill will I get next. I always keep asking myself, what's the next cool thing I'll learn? Okay, stamina. So... we got now closer to the entrance area again, and as you already can notice, the enemies grow more and more harmless. But it's just that this first layer of the city is actually really, really easy to clear. But there's one good thing right now. We also don't face that much lag anymore, so it means, obviously, we seem to be through the worst. Oh yeah, I jinxed it. Okay, yeah. So it's definitely not only my minions causing lag, it's definitely also the excessive wealth of enemies getting close on me. So that's a regular bard. Those I'm used to. They aren't very dangerous, but 50 XP. I really like them. Or bad. Holy Claymore. Still looking for a decent weapon with magical damage. Or, I shouldn't say decent. I already wield something decent. Something better is more what I'm looking for. So, here we go. Bard's Guild. We somehow have slain their leader already. Alright. So... I want to toss some poisonous clouds in there already. The best part about this poison cloud spell is that I can toss it over the heads of the enemies, so I don't need to have a line of sight there. I'm just limited by my range. Speaking about range, this could be, I don't know, don't get a proper readout about the range there. It just keeps telling me that I'm out of range when I am. Don't know if that's intended, but it doesn't feel intended. So, the bards hit with 13 damage per blow, so they aren't weak, but they aren't strong melee guys either. So with some luck, I might find some decent weapon here as well. But we're going down a bit. Ah, because oh god, I hope I can. I hope I haven't killed myself now. Oh dear. Let's get out of here. Oof. Okay, that was one turn too long with some strong melee fighters. Oh my god. For a moment, I was really worried that my arrogance here did cost me the save file. Whew. I'll take that as a lesson, and you guys should probably too. That's how roguelikes are to you. You feel invincible the whole time, and all of a sudden, a bunch of monsters gets close to you that you underestimate, and you get clobbered to death. I merely got lucky this time. Okay. But the good news, first off, I'm still alive. And the other thing, I think most of the Bard's Guild is already dead now. But I, for sure, will not take strong melee guys that easy anytime too soon again. That was a gentle reminder that the capital isn't harmless at all. That's what I've been talking about. This is the nasties about this, about the capital. It lures you into this sense of false safety and power until it gives you such a punch. And, well, I do like this when games do that, simply because that means the balancing is nice. and it's always exciting to see something where you can improve on. Okay there, but I think the Bard's Guild is pretty much rated already. There we go. Probably not. Okay. So I'll have to look through all the loot here. And I actually do plan one thing. I'll clear out the outer reaches of the city off camera. So between this and the next episode, I plan to go over here and clear out these harmless areas here, so we can return to the challenging and interesting parts of the gameplay after that. Because I really feel like stuff like this here is way more exciting than looking to these really harmless dudes. Goddess of Dreams. Okay. I really got no clue how dangerous it is, but I've learned one thing. If you have no clue about how dangerous a god is, don't try it. They'll be on you quick enough. Because you don't necessarily need to provoke those god fights. If you, of course, know which kind of god you can kill, and you summon them accordingly, you can gain a nice boost of XP. But I'd personally recommend you to, if you don't know if they're stronger than you or not, just don't take them. It's an unnecessary risk. If your run is older than 2 hours, it's actually a massive loss of time only because you went greedy. If you are, of course, playing a character class that's really good at escaping, you can always try your luck, but don't blame me if you get killed by doing so. Always expect nasty surprises with gods. They are supposed to be the strongest enemies in the game, as far as I know. Maybe I'm wrong, but as far as I know, they are meant to be the major roadblocks along your journey as the big evil dude destroying the world. And the more gods you take down, the more messed up the world is. So, all right, that's been the Bard's Guild. Almost killed me, that place. Alrighty. Okay, so we're going to end this video here. I think I made quite a good piece of progress. And, ooh, wait a sec, there's an assassin. I'll have to tackle that down. And in the next episode, we're going to go deeper into the capital. Like I said, I plan to get done with the outer district here, and the Elven and the Dwarven district, because these are, frankly said, quite straightforward slaughtering of harmless enemies. They don't really have much chances to persist against Tiny at this point, and we mostly do this for the XP. But, like I said, every little bit helps, and with this game I really don't skip out on any extra sources of XP. I learned it the hard way that it's just good to be over-leveled for the area you're at, and since it's a villain game, I don't mind if every fight is jokingly easy. Okay, drop me your comments down below, leave me a thumbs up, and I hope you're going to tune in for the next episode as well. See you guys there. Bye-bye.